There we go. Can we speak? Okay. I had a that was my bad. Sorry about that, guys. I had to replug in my microphone. My actual plug for some reason. So that was really weird. Yeah, we are officially live on the channel, guys. For tuned in. Whoever's tuned into this stream, thank you. All right, so let's get into this thing. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna have to post this onto Twitter real quick. This won't be the longest stream ever. Fairly short stream. Got some things to do today. I just realized my thumbnail is not the best thumbnail. I kind of made it a little bit too zoomed out. It's all good though. Not the end of the world. All right. Let's get into this thing. All right. I'm gonna adjust my mic real quick. It's a little bit better adjusted. Yep. Much better. All right. So we've got an enhanced risk of severe storms in effect today, where we do have a tornado watch up in the Northeast, including New York City, and then we do have this enhanced risk from Kentucky all the way up into portions of New York and Pennsylvania regions. So, tornado risk 5% from Kentucky through Ohio, which honestly feels like this should be a tornado watch compared to the threat we have up in the Northeast over here. Northeast 5%. Wind risk 45% to this entire region, and the hail risk more centered into the west. So, fairly large severe weather threat that we do have today, and that's what we are going to get into in today's video or in today's stream. So the first thing I'm going to go over is we have a particularly dangerous situation. I guess we have a PDS large and extremely dangerous tornado located 7 miles west of Sistersville. PDS. Radar indicated. Holy. Let's look at this thing real quick. Oh my god, that's actually so valid though. This is a large tornado in a severe thunderstorm watch. What in the world? This is a clustered storm mode, but if you look, we have a little embedded supercell within this cluster that's kind of just been able to produce a large tornado. So if people are in, the people that are in Middleburn should really be in their safe spot right now. Kidwell, Luzon, definitely not a very hilly and not too populated of a region, but Sistersville, I really hope they are in their safe spot. Because my goodness. Yeah, that is not good. We're going to really gain our focus on that. We also have a tornado warning over here. Observed tornado warning for Shepherdsville. If you're in Shepherdsville region, you should be taking shelter 10 miles south of Valley Station in Kentucky here, right next to the radar site. We can't really see much. We have a lot of clutter right next to the radar site here. This is probably right around where a tornado would be, really close to the radar site. Weird lone severe thunderstorm warning we got here near Scott City. Doesn't really look very severe to me though. Kind of a really weird warning. There's no way that thing doesn't look severe at all. Strange. Another tornado warning we do have an effect across Barry, Robinson, Rutland, and Mason areas. Um, Not much rotation I'm noticing with this, but make sure you are remaining in your safe spot. Another tornado warning in effect for south of Morgantown, including Brookhaven, Booth, and Georgetown regions. Definitely not a very strong rotation couple here. Very broad. It's very wide. It's not a very tight area of rotation. It's very broad, but we could definitely get a tornado out of it. I'm not saying it's weak. It's fairly strong. It's just it's very broad, very wide, not very tight. But national is kind of where our rotation is as this heads towards the south and east. Putting Hogeye, Sturgeson, Greer, a bunch of random small towns. Yeah, that's the one another area of rotation I'm watching. This area right here seems to have some fairly strong areas of rotation. All right, now if we go to the northeast, we do have a severe this morning in effect across parts of Long Island and in New York, and including portions of southern Connecticut, including Norwalk, Westport, Fairfield, Glen Cove, Huntington Station, Hicksville, I meant, Mineola regions, where we do have a line of storms producing 60 miles an hour winds. It did originally have a tornado threat, but is now transitioned into a wind threat over there. Storms are definitely struggling over here, due to loss of. Let's see what the metal scale can. Yeah, a lot of cloud cover, mid to upper level cloud cover has slowed heating. Sorry, man, I can't talk right now. Heating and thus storm coverage has remained muted. That's why these storms are really weak over here, because looks like I guess there's a lot of cloud cover in this region that's causing these storms to struggle. And then the storms over here are now redeveloping though and could pose more of a damaging wind threat. It's looking like than tornado threat, but I'm watching it. See what satellite shows. Yeah, definitely a lot of cloud cover. Definitely a lot of cloud cover. Not as much down in South Jersey, but yeah. Look back at our PDS tornado warning here. Crazy I'm saying PDS right now. They're probably about to extend this thing. I wouldn't think it's PDS anymore. It's starting to look like a little bit of clutter as we are very, very far away from the radar site right now. But if you are in Middlebourne, make sure you are remaining in your safe spot. And the rotation actually is still fairly strong. It's just really cluttered. It definitely had more of those extreme tornado signs earlier on, but it is looking all really cluttered like a mess right now. The tornado warning gone? That's weird. Yes, is my radar glitched or did they just expire the entire tornado warning? Because it's looking like it is clutter now because we're so far away from the area. Let's see. I'm looking at my other radar and checking what it looks like. Yeah, maybe it's expired, I guess. I guess they don't really think it's showing any signs of rotation anymore. But I still see it a little bit, but it is very cluttered. Look, the higher levels of the atmosphere, it's still kind of there, but I don't know. We were very far from the radar side, so it's kind of hard to really depict what we're looking for. All right, now we have a lot more confidence on this storm over here. Definitely looks like it. There's no clutter with this storm. Rotation is definitely weakened. It's still slightly there, so I do see the tornado warning remaining in effect. Not as crazy as it used to look, but still remain in your safe spot if you are south of Morgantown. in West Virginia. Now, looking at this tornado warning here that went over the radar site in south of Louisville, um, it was definitely a tornado as it passed through. It had that supercell characteristics, but it's now really congealed into a line where it's posing risk for some really strong downstream winds towards Elizabethtown. I don't think this thing's producing a tornado anymore. I mean, it could be right around here, but rotation's really weak now. So, um, I see where that tornado happened right about there. See if it has a CC. This thing went like really close to the radar site. But can't really see because of being so close to the radar site. But now this thing's producing some downstream very strong winds. All right, they finally extended this morning warning. That was really weird. I don't know why they were never extending the warning even I was passing out of it, but they've switched it to radar indicated, which I think is perfect. Warning still in effect from Middleburn all the way down to Center Point. Since these are really small towns, I'll say the counties northeastern Doddridge County, northern West Virginia, and central Tyler County, northwestern or northern West Virginia. Sorry. Rhythms capable of producing a tornado as it heads down south into a very hilly region in a very rural area of northern West Virginia. Rotation looks to be strengthening again, and I'm still watching this significantly. This thing could still be on the ground. Who knows? It might just not be hitting much. All right, if we look back at these storms, we have some fairly strong to severe storms over here near Middleburn currently. Look at that. We've got this rotation is still fairly strong. I am seeing the side lobe contamination is insane in these regions, super far from the radar. So it's hard to really tell how strong the rotation is. I do think we really do have a rotation couplet. We do have a rotation couplet within this. I mean, this is a strong supercell with rotation that deserves to be tornado warned. It's just the side lobe contamination coming into the storm makes it where we don't really know how strong the rotation actually is. All we do know is that this deserves a tornado warning, but we don't know if it's really on the ground or not, and if they just PDS that warning when they didn't even have any proof of a CC. They literally just PDS'd it because the rotation looks strong. Absolutely absurd to me, but hey. But hey, if this thing did produce a tornado, then I wouldn't be surprised. The rotation component here near Ring Gold across Grafton Road, Highway 119 over here, south of Morgantown. If you are in those regions, make sure you are in your safe spot. Pikewood National Golf Club. This storm will be heading your way. Let's see here. So this rotation could put an effect in your Middleborn here. Wow, it is definitely strengthening. Still 100% side lobe contamination with this thing. I mean, you can just tell. Just look at it. You know what I mean? We're so far from the radar here. You can never trust these types of storms, but the overall way the radar looks is definitely deserving of a tornado warning. All right. I'm pretty tired today, so this won't be the longest stream. I'm busy, but I will be right back, guys. One sec.